Alright, everybody, I'm back. We got our other run of the night, which is, of course, going to be good old Jackie Chan Adventures for the Game Boy Advance. Before I get started, I'd like to once again give thanks to the Moon Truther for providing some commentary for the previous run, which was Star Wars Trilogy, Apprentice of the Force. That one was a bit more of an adventure game, where this one, by comparison, is going to be a bit closer to a side-scrolling beat-em-up, so everybody's got that to look forward to. The category I'll be playing through is normal, or in this game it's called medium mode, so we're going to be playing through that. It's going to be a good time, showing off each of the sections of the game. You know, each of the individual texts that can be good for different sections and different stage areas, so yeah. Without further ado, I'll get the run started up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we are going to be, of course, getting our Uncle's Scrolls back, and the way to do that is punch the enemies, and yeah, we're going to be kind of working our way through here. It's very rare you'll get to see 2 healing items spawn at once like that, so I got kind of lucky. There are some essential primary mechanics to know about. One of them is the punching, which I'll be using a lot of because it's one of the fastest, as you can see. There's a little time in between where you're able to quickly spawn it up. And then the other essential tech to have is, for quick combat, is of course going to be throwing. One of the best ways to clear out enemies is to, of course, corner them up against walls like so, and that allows us to very quickly hit our stun lock as needed. And another important aspect of playing through Jackie Chan Adventures is to have, like, a way to quickly punch them without them going off-screen, because if they go off-screen, it's gonna, you know, cost a fair amount of time. We don't want that to happen. Alright, that was alright. I was able to make good use of it. At the very edge of the screen, no less. Now, it might seem a bit stale, but that quick punch is the fastest way to dispose of a majority of enemies. Again, I'll talk about exceptions wherever they may be. They appear every now and then. We got these glasses-wearing goons, although I like to call them bug eyes because they look like mosquitoes with coats on them. Alright, we're done with that bug eyes section, and then we're going to have more minions coming up right now. I'm going to do a bit of a throw for this. It is the most efficient way to take care of this particular section. Alright, fantastic. That should take care of that section, and we're coming up on the next one right here. Some of these encounters can come very quickly, one after another, so there is that to bear in mind. Alright, and I guess this does go into elaboration of why sometimes it's just quicker to leave them on screen. Because these Yakuza fighting tubs can sometimes just have very trolly patterns, and so it's a lot of just, like, managing expectations from area to area. Alright, and I should be at the end of that section. Alright. Alright. Not always the most efficient when it comes to these, and we're getting to our first big guys. Alright, not bad, not bad. Alright, and we're... another lovely little quirk about this game sometimes is that you can have yourself properly placed down in a certain section, and the game will be just like, nope, you're not where the scroll is. So each of those scrolls allows for certain techniques. We're going to go for a stun lock here. We're not going to get it very fast, unfortunately. Alright, we're not getting a very good luck with a stun lock at the moment. There we go. Got it now. Maybe not this time. Okay, so that did lose me a bit of time, although I did take my time with some of the enemy encounters. We are coming up on course A. And these robots do a whole bunch of damage, and this is the first time having the ability to jump is necessary. Alright, we managed to catch the robot at the right time. Good deal, we're done there. There's a bit of waiting time in between each of these robot fights, which is reasonable. And that's the end of that section. I'll be heading on to the next part of the section, which is, of course, here. Alright, good deal. And... oh, that's one of the rare quirks of this game. Sometimes you can just be jumping when the encounter screen ends, and the game will just be like, yeah, you're gonna be frozen midair. It does not often happen, but it looks funny every single time. Alright. I did take my first damage outside of... Alright, we're done with section 13. That didn't go half bad at all, actually. Actually, it is faster to just take them down one by one like so, which is what I'm going to do. There are some strats that work efficiently, where you can just very quickly knock them off the ledge. This is one of the first places where ledges can be faster, but it's very dependent on where the enemies decide to go. Alright, I didn't get the greatest luck with enemy patterns. That's fine. We'll do some throwing. I just wanted to wait that out. and we're going to throw this guy down. It is faster to do it that way. It's also very situational when you decide to use it. Right, that's good. Unfortunately, this friend here is not going to behave for us, so we're going to have to take our dude with attitude over here. It might have been faster to spare him and just fight him from above, but I didn't feel like it. It can just be easier to sort of coax the opponents in the opposite direction. Alright. The big guy's going to be coming up. Okay, good. And that should be the end of that section right there. We unfortunately have to deal with everyone's favorite mechanic, which is booby traps. They're everywhere. They consistently annoying. And it also leaves us with very little options in how to handle when opponents get stuck. And we're now introducing ninjas. Maybe they're shinobi. I'm not 100% sure what they are. They're shadow men. Oh, hey, that's useful. Alright, come over here, buddy. Yeah, that ended up being more useful than I assumed. It also seems super situational because it's not always where the enemies will spawn. And I ended up wasting a little time as a result of that one section here. Oh, speaking of time wasters. That's one of them. Alright. Dang it, okay. That's our first death. They are not always this good. Alright, let's see. Can I get away with gold split again? Alright. Really strange hitboxes. Okay, you got to see a perfect example of what evasive AI looks like. The Yakuza Tough was sort of kind of circling around me, not necessarily giving me space to breathe. And as a result, I lost a little bit of time. So I could have gotten away with the gold split again. But unfortunately, the AIs were not behaving me for this one. It's one thing to get the stun lock every time, but it's another thing to get the stun lock in a place you want it. We're gonna kind of just step over here. Shinobi time. Alright. Pretty good so far. Okay, the enemies put themselves in a pretty nice place. Okay. And onwards to the section with bug eyes. Alright, that went about as well as I could ask for. We got tough guys with attitude. And one more hit just for good measure. Okay, pretty solid section, aside from a few places where I tripped around a little bit. Got a tough dude coming up right here. Nice. All those punches connected the way I intended them to. Doesn't always work out like that. Okay, that's good so far. Yeah, ha. Right, one more. And I'll just take care of it here. Because if they spawn under the roof like that, it's just faster to get the punches while they're underneath the roof, because they're subject to the rules of the roof, so they fall down a little bit quicker that way, as opposed to you know, being knocked down in the normal section. So this worked out pretty nicely. Doesn't always have that same sort of luck, but in this case I was able to make good use. And every now and then you'll have enough of the Yakuza toughs or goons block your attack in a way that you are kind of forced to do some improv. Alright, so we're going to spawn ourselves here. Roll away. Alright. Now we're going to kind of just go back and forth like so. And we'll just keep on rinsing and repeating until we beat the boss. It's pretty simple in that way. Now we'll go down here a little bit. That's alright. Doesn't always work out every time like so. Alright. There we go. Not quite a gold split, but that is about as good as I can ask for. Alright, we're on the train. This is one of the first levels where you can fall off the side. We're going to try to avoid that. Oh, that's right, tough guys. Alright, he's playing by his own rules. Every now and then you'll get the AIs where they kind of rebel and do their own, like, uncouth patterns, and they act really independent of what you're expecting. And the only thing you can do is kind of just anticipate it and get ready with you know, the running and just sort of catching up with them as they come. Alright, not bad. They did end up taking some precarious areas to try to fight me. Not great, but... Alright, that's fine. And we're going to get off the first train. There's 2 more sets. And we're going to be on our way up. If they aren't perfectly spawning the way I want them to, then I will opt to personally have them kind of move around as needed. And then I will just sort of react accordingly. Sometimes the best thing to do is, after getting a first knockout, is to kind of move away from them. So each of these ninjas have different abilities that they will do. They have different levels of combat that they're capable of. These blue belts, they are capable of throwing ninja stars, and if you get stuck in ninja stars, it's just bad news. Because the ninja stars have a considerable stun lock effect, and yeah, you can just lose tons of time and also lose lives, which is one thing you don't want to be seeing if you want your run to go through without any incidents. Sometimes you don't get much of a choice, but we do our best to try to minimize the consequences of it. Okay, relatively incident-free section right there. Now we got more big guys coming up. Alright, we got one more phase. I don't know, they bring the big guns for this one. And now we're going to be going inside the train for one only area. And this is where we start going into back and forth hand-to-hand combat. Alright, that's phase 1. There's 4 phases on each one of them. We're coming up on some big dudes. This should be the last one for this section. Okay, and yeah, onwards we are. Another phase of 4 here. Fairly easy, pretty straightforward. As long as you're anticipating where the enemies are, you'll be just fine. That was a good backup strat. Make sure they weren't going off screen. You can pick them up, they'll fall right back down. There we go. One more phase inside the train. Alright, good deal. Alright. We're through here. And if you do this well, you can despawn the bug eyes, which I didn't, so we're gonna lose some time here. It's fine. After this one, we're done here. Okay, we got some Yakuza toughs to settle the score with. And we got a boss fight right here, right now. This guy is a martial artist. Just like the previous enemy. It also has a stun lock that we can engage in. We're gonna get the scroll first, so we don't have to deal with getting on it later. Okay, hopefully we can get out of this mess. There we go. Fairly good. Because of the bug spawn, we did lose a couple of seconds there, but I had really good fights, so it didn't matter too much. Okay. We're getting some really strange behavior here. I shouldn't be too surprised I'm seeing it, but it still can be relatively annoying when it does happen. And you just kind of have to deal with it. Alright. That was about as well done as you could ask for. And we're gonna spawn him down there. It's one of the easiest queues. You can get it pretty consistently. Okay. Gotta love when isometrics play by their own rules. Okay. We're gonna... Now, because of the way that the enemy is spawned here, I did lose a bit of time. You don't always get, like, perfect control over it. We're gonna hope the, Okay, can you spawn out here instead? There we go. This is ideally what we want to see, which is, you know, just knocking them... That's acceptable, too. Whenever the enemies jump, it's usually not that consequential. It's pretty acceptable. Thank you for jumping in front of me. That ended up being quite helpful. Alright. Time to spawn the enemies. Okay. So that was... that hitbox was closer than it's supposed to be. A reason for that was because of the pillars, and the way that they spawned, I was on the side of the pillar. So, as a result, I got stuck in between. Alright. Not half bad. Alright, we're gonna manipulate the golden ninjas. Like so. Allows for a very efficient kill. What a Shadow Man fight there. Okay, so what ended up happening is I ended up having one of the Shadow dudes just kind of moving independently of what I wanted. And I had to sort of try to manipulate its movement around a little bit. There's one of two things you can do about it. One of these solutions is to, one of the solutions is just a punch in place. The other solution is to, be able to, Alright, nice. One phase. Oh, please. Okay, fine. So we ended up losing out on an optimal fight phase because of that. It's not always perfect. You can't win them all. And Forbidden City just so happened to be one of the bigger blunders. One more phase should do it. And that hopefully won't lose me too much time. I'm not sure if it's randomized where each of them spawn, but it can sure feel like it. There we go. Nice. Didn't lose me too much time, and I'm going to take a bit of a strategic game over here, coming up on this section right here, where I'm going to jump off the side, and that should be able to get us started with a fresh slate of lives, and I kind of like it that way. Okay. And I was willing to kind of take it off the side like so. Got turned around on accident there. Because that'll happen sometimes. So I'm going to take advantage of the wall having broken holes and throw the enemies all off. That does save a good amount of time. We do like to do that as much as possible. It does save fairly generous amounts. We're gonna bring him in like so. There we go. That's the end of that phase. First Shadowman coming up. Half of the game is just getting them off. Okay. Alright, we're coming up on the Legendary Birds section, number 1. And the reason I say that is because of this right here. It can be a little terrifying the first time tackling it. Alright. Gotta get that out of the way. Nice. Alright, we're through there. Not too much of a problem. Although I can't necessarily say it was a cakewalk. I'm gonna throw him this way. There we go. For that instance, I decided to take more of a, okay. Woo, okay. Almost forgot how to jump there for a moment. Okay. Am I gonna regret that? Not quite. Oh, okay, enemy jumps. Wait, where in the world are they? Oh, good. Did they all despawn? Thank you. I was gonna say, that would have been awful if they didn't. And you don't always get a choice which way they're gonna spawn, so... Those ones are the worst, so having them out of the way is really nice. Ah, good deal. Uh-oh. Okay. I had to think on the fly there, because sometimes you'll get kind of stuck there. You have to very quickly come up with a effective way to take care of the enemies. So I'm gonna kind of just let the goons approach me as such. And that should be the end of that section right there. We're on our way to our boss. Unless something like that happens, and then we're in big trouble. Nice, good stun lock. That managed to save us a lot of time. We're still in the running. This run may seem like it's far behind, but it's not. Anything can happen in a place like Victoria Harbor, where you can have a run go completely haywire, or we can have a really good run too. Okay, so I did purposefully manipulate the Shadowmen to kind of jump that way. Alright. Let's see if our next set of enemies will follow the same. Okay, that should be good enough. Yes. Alright, we got another ninja face. Not quite. Alright. Okay, so incredibly enough, I was facing just slightly away from where the enemy was, in a way that I was able to avoid the punch by virtue of being on the other side just by a few pixels. Okay, one more phase to go. Actually, no. We're done with that phase. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna try to manipulate it here. There's gonna be another golden one coming up right here. Alright, cool. For some reason, that one despawned a little bit. Feels good to know that did not cost me too much. Alright, where are they? Come over here, buddy. Sweet. Alright, here we go. We got another, another phase of those. Okay, and there should be one more. Never mind, we're good. This is the one that could be terrifying if I get caught in a stun lock. There's 4 of these bad, evil sort of minion things, entities of the Shadow Realm, who knows. And if I get caught in any one of their death stars, like so. Okay, that could have ended a lot worse. Nice. Okay. So even though it's not going perfectly, I'm getting a lot of healing items, and I'm getting put in places that are not as stunlock heavy intensive. Okay. And it's not always that perfect, but it has been so far. Okay, that was good. Okay. And that should be the end of that phase. Okay. That's phase 1. That kind of worked out. I won't lie. It was not ideal. But we were able to make good on that. Let's get the quick kill, shall we? Oh, the minions are being incredibly cooperative for us right now. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna get away with a gold split for sure. and now we're ahead, which does not often happen like that. Beautiful. About as good of a fight cycle as we can ask for. There. Okay, we're going to try to knock them off. Okay, that's one phase. I think there's at least 2 or 3 more of those. Yes. Yes, there is. While the walking does take a bit of time, we do end up saving a sure amount by just kind of letting them walk over and then sort of punch them for a stun lock and then follow it up with by being able to throw them around. And it's a really easy way to get the time saves. So actually, because of how far away the enemies are in this instance, there is a ledge, but I'm going to opt to kind of just fight them as per usual. Because rather than let them walk and slow me down in that way, I'm going to end up saving time by allowing them to sort of fight them in their space. And that will be an effective way to save some time. It's not always perfect, but it is good. The good old reliable. Alright, and that should be the end of that phase. We got our first train item. You gotta be careful with their jump here. And that should be the end of that phase. So each of the train tracks will allow us to advance a little bit further. Oh, this is about as perfect as I could ask for. Alright, yeah, that was awesome. Alright, so this is a bit of a scary little section right here. We're going to be kind of inching our way down like so. This may seem like it is a generous amount of like space, but no, it does not. You can get very easily fallen off like so. You want to just sort of sidle your way through and sort of generously play with the space that you got. Okay. Right, can I manipulate them? Okay. Not the most agreeable cycles, but it ended up being alright. Not a terrible amount of time loss. Okay, that's fine. That's not so okay. Okay, well, it didn't end up mattering in the first place. Yeah. Okay, that worked out alright. I wasn't too happy about everything that happened there. Alright, so we're going to manipulate the enemies. There we go. So that went fine and dandy. We're going to go down here. I'm going to play it a little bit safe. So as awkward as that looks, it's a little bit easier to not die if you take it that way. Which which is something I opted to do. Also, you'll notice me kind of jump like that. Yeah, that was a good assumption. Sometimes they won't spawn like that, but most of the time they're pretty well behaved. And then we can sort of let the gold guy hit me, and then we'll knock him off like so. Okay, can we get out of this mess? I think it was worth the bit of damage we took there. Okay, that should be fine. We got a bit of a healing item here. Actually, we got 2 of them. Nope. Try to... Okay, one more phase. This one can be a little challenging. This could be bad. All right. Fantastic. All right. And we are still just barely ahead. That being said, I like the position we're in right now. Should be alright. Okay. And that's one of the rare places where rolling over is intended. Okay, managed to catch ahead of the cycles a bit there. They were putting up a good defense that time. There are certain scenarios where if you get stuck like so, they will sometimes hit you with a block, and you will not have much of a choice but to try to run away from it. And in certain instances... Okay. They were not being nice for me that time. And they were getting some serious hits in, too. Should be the end of that phase. Yes. Okay, we should have an opportunity to jump all the way up here. Yes. Yes, we did. Here we go. I don't like the way that they lined up for me. That should be just enough. Yes. Okay. half of the battle is just trusting that the enemies will jump in front of you unwittingly. It is a bit of a leap of faith, and you have to sort of decide when it's worth continuous punching of the enemies, because they won't always do what you want them to do. I'm actually going to stick it out here. Okay, that's good. And that should be the end of that phase. Yes. Good deal. We're gonna go up here. We should be able to avoid a few fight sequences if I can jump like so. Yep. Alright. There we go. Beautiful. And we'll be given the go-ahead. Yakuza Tough's coming up right here. It's a very easy quick kill to get on them. Against the wall, they will not put up much of a fight. They might have a bit of guard abilities, but they are not going to, they're not always going to, Okay, I'm gonna corner myself here. Should be fine. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Yeah. Yes. Alright, we got another boss coming up right here. Oh no, what a place to get stuck. Okay. Like, at the very least, to have... That is really good. Alright. Now we got one more final fight left to go. Here we go. It is Shenbu time. We're gonna do our best to just fight him like so. We're just gonna go right in for the kill. Because we got at least one life, we should be fine. I am looking to, and having a lost life is fine there. I should be able to handle this fight just fine, but it's gonna be sort of, okay. This could be, kind of bad. Okay. Alright, let's see. Yes, okay. Alright. Can I get through here? I might lose another life. Let's see. Can I get through here? All right. Nope. Oh, this happened to be in the last one too. So this is reasonably fine as long as I'm able to get the quick kill. I have finished this 2 hours faster, at least 2 minutes faster. I'm going to purposely take a lost life there. As long as this fight doesn't have anything super disastrous happen to me, I should be able to walk away with another world record, possibly. That'll be the end. Not necessarily the fastest, but we were able to survive, and that is really the most important part. So, good run. I can improve the Shenbu fight, and sub 1 will be possible in this game. And time. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got my hands on a world record, with the time being 1:01:11. So that was good. That was an improvement, to say the least. We were able to pick up the world record just because I did a better job with the Alcatraz section, in addition to making some big improvements on Wall of China and Victoria Harbor. So it does set the standards higher now. So yeah, that went pretty nicely. A sub hour will be possible in this category. I'm not sure about hard mode. That one is another story in itself, but I am happy that the marathon did warrant a world record of some sort. I didn't know it was going to be this one in particular, and it does keep my world record streak alive. Started in January of last year, 2022, and continuing monthly streak. We've gotten at least one world record every month between now and back in January 2022, so 20 months in a row. And with that, I'll be calling the end for this marathon night. So yeah, ended really nicely. That was a GBA block. I had a really fun time with that one. I hope you all had fun watching. It was a good time. And with that all being said, I hope you all will tune in for tomorrow. It'll be another day. I don't know what I'm going to theme the runs after, but I will most certainly be sure to find something. We'll see. Now here's the thing, Magic, and I hate to disappoint you. I've been playing that what I was playing that one day was for me mostly, and I was playing a majority of it offline, so that's kind of what I've been continuing to do. It's something that I plan on posting to my YouTube channel. We'll see. In the meantime, that's it for me tonight. I'd like to thank you all for watching. More speedruns. We got days 11, 12, 13, and 14, so we got 2 more days. We got 2 more days, is it? Not 2 more days. We got 2 more days in this part. But then there's gonna be, I don't know, 2 more days. 1, 2, 3. There's gonna be 4 or 5 more days. So we're gonna have either 14 full days of the Summer Games Speedrun Saga, or it's gonna be 15. I haven't decided personally yet what it's gonna be, but we'll get there when we get there. In the meantime, that is it for me. Thank you everyone for watching, and have a good night, everyone.